Don't have the feeling that you let yourself down. Ain't another feeling in the world like letting yourself down. Every single play, you
Say hey, Yellow Jacket football fans. Welcome to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. And wow, 31-30. You win in the Sweet 16. You're on to the Elite 8. And we owed GAC, and we broke their hearts, Coach, and we're happy as pigs in mud.
Yeah, it was an awesome game. And, you know, I can't say enough about the kids. They kept fighting and kept fighting and kept fighting. And, you know, I told them before the game it was going to be a four-quarter game. There was no doubt about it. And, you know, we kind of hung our heads a little bit early, but, you know, we came out. We had our playmakers made some plays, and which I talked to them about. You know, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that's what happened last night. And I thought our kids hung in there and kept fighting and found a way to win the game.
Give GAC all the credit. They were quicker than I thought they were. It was obviously a well-coached team. They played real well. The Yellow Jackets, you mentioned, you thought we hung our heads a little bit. I'll tell you what, we were down 17 points twice, and they came back, and they never quit, and it was just an outstanding effort. Showed a lot of heart, and as Tristan Fuller told me after the game, we won this because of those letters across the front of his jersey that say Calhoun.
Yep, you know, it was a great win for our program. That was one of the, you know, it's got to be in the top 3 or 4 games at Phil Reeve Stadium, and it was, you know, the fans had a lot to do with it. I thought we had a great crowd. You know, even the weather was iffy, but I thought we had a great crowd, and you know, just a great win by our kids. I thought we kept fighting, and proud of our coaches for some of the adjustments they made at halftime. And you know, we only gave up 6 points the second half, and you know, it didn't look good early. But GAC is a very, very good football team, and they were probably better on the hoof than I thought after watching them on film. And I talked to several coaches that played them, and they warned me, and they were right. They're a very good football team.
Very good football team. And as you said, y'all went in at halftime. You got things narrowed down, and it was a real ball game at halftime, fighting back from those 2 17-point deficits. And by the time you come out for the second half, the black shirt defense of Coach Hobb the Elder, the jacket gun offense of Coach Mike Davis, and of course your team played really, really well overall. As I go down through here, the pooch kickoffs by Brandon Blaylock were really good throughout the entire game.
Well, what a lot of people don't know is their punt return team was really, really good, and you know, they had gotten several big plays on the punt return. So we were really, really concerned about our kicking game, and you know, Brandon had to have a good night for us to be successful, and he had a great night punting the football. He had a great night kicking the football. It was just one of his better games, and I'm real pleased with the way our special teams played.
Punting average wasn't real long, but the hang time was great. The coverage was great. They never hurt us. You warned me about their punt return teams, and as I'm sitting in the booth and watching every time we punt, they've got 5 and 6 guys going out and forming a wall. Fortunately, Brandon kicked away from the wall coverage, and the coverage downfield with his hang time was excellent. And they don't return punts against us.
Yeah, it was, you know, we changed some things up on our punt team a little bit, blocking wise, and I thought that really, really helped. And Brandon was great along with Drew McCracken snapping. But we were really, really concerned going in to that game about their special teams. And, you know, I thought our special teams played great. But I think the key to the game, though, was our defense holding them in the field goal.
Yes.
It was bend don't break philosophy last night,
Yes.
and we held them to, I don't know, 2 or 3 field goals instead of touchdowns, which was very, very critical.
Yeah, if you look at the possessions, they had 8 possessions in the first half, 2 punts, a field goal, 3 TDs. They also had 3 turnovers. You look in the second half, they had 4 possessions, 2 field goals, a punt, and a missed field goal wide right. So in the second half, they ended up kicking 3 field goals. And as you said, the key to the game was not letting them get into the end zone. How big was Austin Bennett's deflection in the end zone at the end of the game?
I told them, you know, you sometimes you're going to have to make a play, and somebody's got to make a play in the fourth quarter to win games like that. And I think Austin Bennett's play was, you know, that was the play of the game, along with, I think, Chandler's interception, you know, turned the game around. You know, we were fixing to go down 27-7 or maybe 31-7, but he makes the pick right before halftime and gets us back in the game. And one of the better plays I've seen in a long time. And but Bennett's play was a great play too, because you know they score right there on that, you know, halfback pass. It was a good call by them. We hadn't seen it on film, and just Austin made a play.
Yeah, we sit here, we can't find 1 or 2 plays of the game. We start mentioning plays of the game, we're going to leave somebody out. The biggest play of the game was probably the heart of this football team. I mean, they just would not quit against a very, very good foe, a team that's been ranked number 1 to 3 throughout the year in the state, and just never quit. The crowd was huge. You got your 12th man on a rainy night, and the stands filled up. Maybe a little late arriving. I'm not complaining, but it filled up.
Yes, it did. And, you know, GAC probably, you know, they got a really, really tough draw. You know, they, talking about our draw, theirs was worse than ours.
Yes.
They, you know, they had 6 turnovers versus Lovett, so they really should have beat Lovett. And, you know, they're a team that probably would have been in the state championship if they had been on the other side, if they had beat Lovett. But, you know, they lost to Lovett, and the turnovers were big here. You know, they had 3, and I think we had 1.
Correct.
And, you know, the turnovers played a big part in the game, obviously.
4 penalties for your team, Coach.
Yeah, I thought the officiating was good. You know, I didn't lose my composure, which was good. And I told the staff we need, you know, except, you know, we get so excited on the sideline, and that's probably good and bad. But you know, there's not a whole lot of room on our sideline. We had some sideline penalties, but you know, that's part of the game, and we try our best to keep them back. And last night it was the coaches, it wasn't the players, but it was a very exciting night.
I saw coaches picking up helmets at the end of the game.
Yeah.
When they missed that field goal. You go in at halftime, you make some adjustments. Fields Chapman and the jacket gun offense was outstanding. Fields was 6 for 6 in the second half. He ended up 11 for 17 for the game, 193 yards. He's at almost 2,200 yards throwing for the season. 6 for 6, and when we watch the highlights, he hangs a couple clotheslines in the second half on passes.
Yeah, we were, you know, going into the game, we thought we could run the ball. Our plan was to run the ball a little more than we have been, and we couldn't run the ball for some reason. You know, we'll look at the
They're
tape,
quick, Coach.
and their linebackers were really good. They got off blocks well, and but I thought Fields played a great second half and managed the game very well.
Yeah, he managed it real well. Managed it to a 31-30 victory. We're going to take a time out here from our supporters. We're going to come back and take a look at probably the most exciting game I've ever done at Phil Reeve Stadium. I'm careful when you say that it's the greatest, but it's got to be. Jackets win 31-30. We got the first half highlights coming up. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.
CNA Nursing School of Calhoun, offering you a fast, affordable path to a career in medicine. Find out how you can become a certified nursing assistant. Visit cnanursing.school.com.
Hi, I'm Jack with SouthTel Communications. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Hal Lamb Show. We've always been a sponsor of the Calhoun Athletic Program, and we're very proud of the record and Coach Lamb. SouthTel is busy doing their jobs every day, trying to help people communicate around the United States, here especially in Georgia. We thank everyone for their patronage, and also like to remind everybody to support the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which is one of SouthTel's other community coordinators that they represent.
CNA Nursing School of Calhoun, offering you a fast, affordable path to a career in medicine. Find out more about advanced nursing courses. Visit cnanursing.school.com.
Welcome back to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. Coach, congratulations. It's your 20th consecutive home playoff victory. It's our 49th consecutive home victory, regular season and playoffs. But 20 consecutive playoff victories. And the third time was a charm. We got the victory against GAC.
Yeah, we did, and hopefully we don't have to play those guys again. You know, they're staying in AA, and we're moving on up to AAA. So hopefully we won't have to play those guys again. But they're a very good football team.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Coach Hardy and the entire team. Captains for tonight's game are?
You got Austin Bird, 52, Tyler Ellis, Michael Stacy, and Brett Moss.
And those first two guys you mentioned, key plays throughout the game from the defense, and Brett Moss and Michael Stacy. Michael also part of the defense, and then Brett Moss doing good things on the offense. We line up for a pooch kickoff. Toe meets leather.
This is the only one he'd probably like to have back. We want to get it to about the 30-yard line. You know, we didn't want to give him field position on the 40, but now already got a sideline warning. The referees had told me, you know, I know your sidelines are tight, so we're going to be a little easy on you with the, and then they called it the very first play on them, so changed that philosophy.
Step back, the player ran a streak. Andrew Haynes had him covered. The quarterback threw an out, and it goes incomplete. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. This is a good quarterback, Coach.
Yes, he is. He threw the ball well, but we came out of the gate very well. Good play right there by Will Connolly.
Will, the thrill doing getting a tackle for a loss. I had him for at least 3 tackles for losses.
And there's our sideline one.
Yeah, each team's got one already, so you just get your eyes on the field, guys, the referees. But overall, they did a good job. And we see this play a lot throughout the game, in fact, with a heavy backfield. This kid Abernathy is elusive. I had him for, or Reagan Jones, our stat man, had him for over 200 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's a very good football player. And, you know, it's 3rd and 15 there, and we forced him to punt. We were worried about the field position. We had talked about that earlier. You know, we're giving them field position. And the bottom line is we had to get some first downs, and we didn't do that early.
Early in the game, we did not do that. They punt. We take over 1st and 10 at our 24-yard line. And this team was very difficult, Coach, to run around. They were a lot quicker than I thought they'd be.
Yes, they were. They were much better in the interior than we thought. We knew the linebackers, 42 and 36, were very good, and we knew number 11 was very good. Secondary-wise, we thought they were very, very quick, and they were just a good, solid defense. And they got off blocks very well.
Tackled really well. All right, that streak down the left sideline goes incomplete. A little bumping, no harm, no foul. We overshoot on a little, I guess, like a wheel route.
Yeah, we throw in a little scissors route there, trying to, you know, their 3rd down long defense was very, very good, and we had trouble executing on 3rd and long.
Coach, they dropped 7 and 8 all the time.
Yes.
It was hard to find.
You know, they
space.
didn't stunt as much as we thought they would. This is one of those punt returns, and good punt, and then we got a holding call on top of that, which helped out.
Backs them up another 15 yards, and that was one of the few times that they actually were able to return it. Most of the punts had so much hang time, they didn't get a chance to go upfield, and there's a nice play by the Terminator, Tyler Ellis.
Tyler played well, you know, and I think our conditioning paid off in this game. I think they got really, really tired in the 4th quarter, and you know, there's that back. They caught us in a bad stunt there, and Abernathy's a good player.
Coach, he just goes into the line on cruise control, and then he cuts left or he cuts right, and then he's down the field.
Well, I think something that we hadn't seen out of them, too, was a no huddle. You know, they had all year they were a huddling team, and I think that gave us an advantage because they really got tired in the 4th quarter.
Our conditioning really paid off. Abernathy wasn't near as quick in the 4th quarter. We saw the wide receiver number 2 slow down in the 4th quarter, and what you have been doing all year is Chandler, a little hello, but just let you know I'm here. Passes incomplete. Conditioning paid off, didn't it?
Yes, it did. You know, they got several 3rd down conversions, especially late in the game. We couldn't get them off the field. Played really good defense 1st and 2nd down, and we couldn't get them off the field. But this time we did. We forced them to punt.
2nd consecutive possession that we're going to force them to go. Well, they did get 1 first down that time, but basically we stop them. They're able to flip field position on us right here, and they're backing us up. We do a fair catch. This one goes into the end zone. We're going to take over at the 20, but they're keeping us pinned deep right now.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, the bottom line is we got to get a couple of first downs to flip the field position, and you know, I can't remember if we go 3 and out here too, but you know, we get 5 yards here, and you know, we got to be satisfied with 5 yards. Sometimes we want more than 5, and obviously we do, but we can settle for 5.
Running backs either side. We try to run outside on them, and there were a couple running plays here where Titus got hung up. The defensive lineman grabbed him by the jersey, and to his credit, was able to slow him down. That's a loss of that 5, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. Just a couple plays that could have been possibly broken. And you're right, their 3 down linemen played well. Empty backfield for Fields. Going to look down and out here, and just a little bit behind. And Ken and I were talking on the radio. It was just like 2 heavyweights just really sparring here in the early rounds of this ball game.
Yeah, we had a good play call there, the 3rd and long play, and we just didn't execute. We thought we had him open, and for a 1st down, we just didn't. We're not executing early. We're not blocking. The first series, we didn't block things well, and you know, I think we're finding out that GAC is a really good football team, which I warned them about.
Good hang time, no return by number 2, who's the AA 100 and 200 meter champion last year in the track, and we were holding him at bay. They run a sweep out there to the left-hand side. They bring in number 20 later in the game, a DB, and he does a good job running the ball.
Yeah, I think, you know, what people don't realize about GAC, their wide receivers were very, very, very good blockers. And,
yes. They run a streak or a fade down the right sideline, able to get behind us and pull that one in. They're going to have 1st and goal to 3, Coach.
Well, Andrew had it played, and he bid a little bit on the inside route, and if it had just stayed a little deeper, he had it played.
They run a...
This is another situation there. They got it 1st and goal on the 3, and, you know, odds are, you know, pretty good that they're going to score a touchdown, but our defense bowed their back and held them to a field goal.
Illegal procedure backs them up 5. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And you're right, they're knocking on the door right now. Running backs either side, shotgun. Quarterback's going to keep him. We meet him in the backfield.
That's a good play on the backside by Tyler Ellis.
Will Conley, Tristan Fuller, and you got a bunch of linebackers getting to the ball quick. Brings up a 3rd down from the 3rd and goal from the 6. Good pressure by Will Conley, pushes him up in there, and we get a stop here. We get a sack.
Good pressure by Will Conley from the outside, and you know, forced him to, you know, hold the ball. It was great coverage, obviously.
Quarterback scrambles, rolls to the left, and finds a man open in the end zone. And when the quarterback is scrambling and rolling like that, DBs can't cover it.
Yeah, it's tough, but the quarterback crossed the line of scrimmage there, and you know, I think that was a good call.
And it was a good call. He got across the line of scrimmage. This is his 2nd touchdown. He gets wiped off the board from him. They got to be going through agony on their far side. So they're going to line up for the field goal. Pretty much from the middle of the field. T's at the 23. That's going to be a 33-yard field goal. And they get that field goal, and they have broken the ice.
Yeah, we gave some good pressure there, and you'll see later in the game on the deciding field goal, we got a lot of pressure on the kid, and I think that really hurt him with the last field goal.
It really hurt in the last field goal. You're absolutely right. Big defensive stand by the Black Shirts to only give up 3.
Yeah, that, you know, that's, you talk about plays of the game, and that's a stop for the game. You know, instead of 7 points, is 3, and you know, we get it down to the 28-yard line. So we got to flip the field here. We got to get some 1st downs, and that's what we're talking about as an offensive staff.
Try to get something rolling here. Cole Jackson with a nice kickoff return there. And this is a very good tackling team. We hit the right side of the Dane Clark 5, following Matt Landry and Nathan Walraven and Katrova Dew, and we get some good positive yards, Coach.
Get about 4 yards there.
2nd and a long 6. Got a screen out here out of the I formation, and this is a good play. We get us a 1st down, and there it is. We're at the 41.
There's our first down of the night, and you know, looking back, we probably should have stayed with that set a good bit. They had problems in that set, and we felt like we could run the football in that set, you know, with 5 in the box. And
we try to thread a needle in there on a little look-in pass, and it goes incomplete. Yeah, they did have trouble covering the receivers as well as it spreads them out a little bit. Gyra in motion to the right-hand side. Bust over left guard back, and they closed the ball quickly.
Yeah, you know, it looked like we had a good scene there. It looked like we blocked it up, but, you know, there's such strong players on, you know, at linebacker, we couldn't get any movement right there. Those two linebackers are a good 215 pounds.
And they're juniors. Yeah, they're going to be the bulk of the strength of that defense next year. Get the ball down the field a little bit to our 49-yard line, where it's going to bring up 4th down. And we took a timeout, and then we come out onto the field and look like we're going for it.
Well, no, you know, we almost got a penalty, and then we call timeout, and then we get our running set in there, and we pooch kicked it, and it, you know, it paid off. We weren't ever going to go for it, but
I know.
but it looked like it.
Yeah, it looked like it. So this is a great pooch kick, a 51-yard pooch kick by Fields Chapman. That ups his average, and he's done that several times this year. Now we flip the field position.
Yeah, we got the field position where we want it, and the very first play they come out. I tell you, the fullback, 36, who's one of the linebackers, he's a very good player. He didn't hurt us much at all running the football except for that play there.
Exactly. You're right, because we've seen their fullbacks in the past hurt us.
Yes.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. They come out of the I formation. They give it to Abernathy, and he's stopped in the hole, and then he bounces it outside, and this guy is fast, folks. I'll tell you what, he's running against one of the best defenses in the state, and when he can get a couple hundred yards rushing, he's good.
Yeah, he is a good player.
And give their line credit. They did a nice job.
I think he's a little bit better than his brother.
I think so, too.
And his brother's playing at Cincinnati, so that tells you a little bit about that family.
Yeah, pretty good genes. I thought this was pass interference. Number 2 just shoved Andrew Haynes out of the way. He goes over, deflects the ball to himself, and he gets a touchdown.
Yeah, Andrew had it played. You know,
Perfect.
It was you know, technique was good. Just got to make a play, and you know, it was their kid made a play and ours didn't, and you know that brought back memories. I don't know if you remember the game in 2007, but they had 2 really good receivers, and
Yes,
Rhett
they did.
McGowan played his tail off against one of the good ones, and he kept making plays on Rhett. Not that Rhett was, you know, bad coverage. He just was out-athleting Rhett.
Yeah, and there was a little bit of size difference, too.
Yes.
And yeah, that's one of those plays where, but, you know, the referees let him play, so that's the way it's going to be. So we're going to line up and do the same thing, and we're going to get our own return medicine against them by Chandler Curtis later in the game. This is a good return, Coach.
Yeah, again, you know, it's 10-0, but if we keep fighting and, you know, we get the ball to midfield and we got a holding call.
Yeah, they got us back us up a little bit. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from our 37-yard line.
We get our 2 tight ends set
Yes,
in
you
there.
do. They just get to the ball. Those linebackers just close quick, Coach. And the cornerbacks come up and do a good job of tackling.
Yes, they do.
We beat a good team.
Yes, we did.
3 receivers right, 1 left. That makes us a good team.
Yep. You know, to me, you know, it was a state championship caliber football
Yes.
team. There's no doubt about it. And it was one of those games, and you know, it'll be one to remember. I promise you.
Oh, we'll be talking about this for years. I know Brandon Blaylock will be.
Yeah.
Field scrambles on that. Could you feel the excitement in the stadium on the sidelines?
Yes, it was a loud stadium. That's for sure.
Yes, it was. Fields looking, throws a little floater down here, number 22 picks off. This kid's got good size. They've got him listed at like 5'10" or 11. I think he's taller than that.
Yeah, that's you know, it wasn't all on Fields. We're trying to do something here. You know, trying to run a little pick route down here on the bottom, and their defense, number 4, who Abernathy is one of the corners, and he played it really well.
Yes, and they come out 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Some hard hitting throughout the play, through the whistle. They get a 1st down at the 9-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and goal. And they got the ball back with 46 seconds. It's not looking good right now, is it?
No, it's not. And you know, one of the things I was disappointed here is our, you know, our body language wasn't good on the field, and that's what I talked to them about. And you know, we got to keep fighting. Even though we got down 17 twice.
Yes.
You know, I didn't realize it was 17-0. All I talked about last night was 24-7. So.
I didn't want to remind you.
Thanks.
You were too happy. The extra point's good, and like you said, that runs the score up to 17-0. There's 17 seconds left as they're going to kick off to us, and we got a big turning point in the game coming right here.
Well, we had to make something happen, and probably, you know, hindsight's 2020, but we should have done this all night long because I didn't think they could cover this deep, and you know, we get Titus and Chandler deep, and you know, you got to use our speed to our advantage, and this was a great play call by Coach Davis.
1st and 10 at the 26. Fields, the best long ball thrower I've seen in a long time, lays it out there and right into the hands of Titus Curtis. He sheds a tackle and he goes into the end zone, and just like that, we're back in the game.
Yeah, that was a big play in the game, obviously. You know, if we don't get a first down there or get a drive and score, then the game's probably over, to be honest with you. And I guess that was another sideline one of me.
Yeah, the touchdown's good. It's going to be assessed on the kickoff. So with no time on the clock, it took us 9 4/10 seconds to run 74 yards, catching pass, carrying 30 pounds of equipment. That's pretty good speed.
I thought we might have broke the state record on sideline penalties last night.
Drew McCracken snapping, Thomas Lester holding, and Brandon Blaylock kicks it out to Uth Kaloga. We trail 17-7, and the second quarter's about to start. So they back us up 5 yards. We do another pooch kick, and this is another good kickoff. And he fair catches it at the 32-33, and this is what you wanted.
That's what we wanted. Anything inside the 35-yard line is what we were shooting for.
And they were good all night long. Running backs either side, they hand it to number 4, and why wouldn't you? He goes into the middle, cuts it to the outside, and this is how fast this is. They're going to get a penalty against him. Nice job by Austin Bennett. Mr. Bennett, Bam Bam, was everywhere last night.
Austin's a great player, and you know, he's not the biggest kid in the world, but I tell you, he plays with a lot of heart.
That organ inside that chest on the left side beats hard and big. Back him up, holding. They give it to Abernathy, runs a sweep to the right-hand side. Look, he's just on cruise control, waiting for someplace to go.
Yeah, he's a really good back, and you know, they're blocking us on the perimeter very well. They're very good blockers.
Well, the fans below me were calling for holding penalties all night. This is a nice little hitch route, and 15 does a good job of avoiding the first tackle and gets it up across the 41, or across the 40.
This is another third down play here.
Third down from the 41-yard line to give it to the running back. Abernathy squeezes through and gets the first down by about a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, it looked like we had him back there, and he's such a shifty running back. He's very, very quick.
Got great feet. Running backs either side, they hand it to Abernathy again. They just power up through the middle, and they get it up to midfield, and it's going to be second and, well, they said it was an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 at the 49. 2 receivers right, out of the eye. Give it to the fullback. We're right there. Dustin Harris all over him, and then a bunch of Yellow Jackets after him.
Again, another third down play. You know, looking at the first half here, they had a lot of third down conversions in the first half too.
Yes, they did. Going to run a toss sweep out here to the DB. Wood coming in running. He does a good job, breaks the tackle, and then down the sideline he goes, and they're deep into our territory, Coach. 1st and 10 at the 27. Yeah, it's a nice ball team. Oh, that's a nice hit, and then follow up, and we got a lot of gold hats and black shirts. I like the all black uniforms.
Second about, you know, gave him about a yard there, so second about 9, and
looking
on
downfield.
the shallow right here. We worked hard on the shallow route because that's one of their favorite routes, and
They like to sneak.
we were going to light them up if they come across there, and I think Tristan was ready.
The guys told me they were going to go rib hunting.
Third and long.
Big pressure.
Big pressure by, who is that? Is that Stacy or Ellis? Couldn't tell.
It's down at the bottom, and let me look at my say. It was that was Tyler Ellis.
Tyler Ellis.
Yes.
Forced a turnover there on third and long, big play.
And coming up with the fumble recovery was Austin Bird, so we take over with 8:53 left. Little sweep here to Titus, trying to get some speed, and does a good hard running. That's a gain of 7, Coach. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Dane Clark 5 doing a good job. Little tunnel screen out here, and they played it really well. And hey, let's give credit to the Dane Clark 5. Jack DeFore, Truett Moss, Katrova Dew, Matt Landry, and Nathan Walriven. They had their hands full all night, and they did a good job.
We got 3rd and 2 here, and we got a good play call here. We just didn't block it right. We had some miscommunication up there. from our tight end came in late, and he didn't get the play call, and he's doing one thing, everybody else is doing other. So had some miscommunication there.
Brandon with good hang time, and Coach got it back to the 33, 34-yard line, and once again, no return.
Yep, no return.
Great hang time.
Again, you know, we're upset there because we're 3rd and 2 and needed to get a first down. We needed to keep the defense off the field, and there's Will Conley making a play.
Beats the blocker and then tackles Abernathy in the backfield for another tackle for a loss. I think Will leads the world in tackles for losses. And this is a nice play, a little Statue of Liberty. Down the sideline he goes, and you're not going to catch this kid when he gets in the open.
No. That's a tough play, you know. They've only shown that once in about 5 films, and you know we showed it to them, but you know showing it to them is different. And that was a good play call, good execution on their part. And it's nice when you can give it to backs that are that fast.
Yes, it is. We have a few fast ones of our own, but this kid is good. Once again, we're down by 17. We're going to show some resolve here. They kick off to us. And Titus just takes it away from Chandler, knocks him to the ground. He says, I'm going to get this return up the field. And he does. He gets a good job across the 30-yard line. They're going to spot it at about the 33, 34 where we take over.
Get a face mask penalty there, too, which is a bonus. But, you know, I was really surprised they kept kicking it deep. And, you know,
I'm glad they did.
I'm glad they did, too. I guess they learned the hard way.
1st and 10 on the 48 after the face mask penalty against GAC. They're showing blitz. We freeze them at the line of scrimmage. That's Alex to the left of shotgun Fields. Katrova due with the snap. Alex is going to try to get it outside, and Coach, they close quick and they tackle well.
Yeah, they really read well. You know, they read run and they're supporting, and they read pass and they're dropping. Very good readers.
Here they come with the blitz up the middle. They send 5. The high snap goes through Fields' hands. We do cover up the fumble. We only had 1 turnover. They had 3, so we won the turnover battle. It's a good job by Fields of covering it up.
You know, at this point, obviously, it's not looking very good for the home team.
For the home team. The good guys are wearing black tonight, and it's not looking real good at the moment. That pass was a little bit out of bounds. If it had been caught, he was out of bounds. It goes incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. Big play here. Another high punt. Great hang time. We're putting some pressure on the punt returner. He backs up, comes forward, can't get his hands on the ball, and look, Iron Mike, Gyro Wilson all over the ball.
Yeah, that was a big play in the game, and you know they had problems with turnovers in the last few games, which we knew that, so we worked really hard. Not that we stripped that one, but we worked hard all week about stripping the football and you know forcing turnovers, and obviously the turnovers played a big game.
We were in his face, Coach. I mean, you've been back there fielding punts, and you got people bearing down on you.
It's tough. Yep.
It's nerve time. Good gain by Cole Jackson to the right-hand side, following Landry and Walraven and Dew. We really take wide splits with our offensive line.
Yeah, we had a big play here. If Nate stays on his guy right there, we had a big play.
The defensive end closes down, is able to stop it. We're at the 30-yard line. 3rd down. Running backs either side. Roll to the right. Play fake, and then we hit a man wide open in the end zone. They bit on a run, and that is a touchdown.
Good play call right there by Coach Davis. You know, 3rd and 5, faking the sweep to Titus and throwing it to Chandler.
That is Chandler's 11th touchdown reception of the year. It was Fields' 24th touchdown pass. The extra point from Drew McCracken to Thomas Lester, and off the foot of Brandon Blaylock. And Coach, we've narrowed it back down. We're back in the ball game. 3:22 left in the half.
Yeah, we're back in it. That's for sure. And you know we got to keep being patient, keep playing hard, and this is the reason we didn't kick it to the right side anymore.
Yeah, down to the 26-yard line. He gets a 9-yard return. That's good coverage, but that was a well-placed pooch kick, and he gets good yards out of it.
But, you know, 35, 30, you know, they got it at 36. It's not bad.
No, you'll take that. Running back weaving his way through the debris of knocked down blockers. They get the ball up to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. Give it to Abernathy again, why wouldn't you? Oh, that's a nice stick out there. Just pushed him right back. And I think that was Michael Stacy on that. Couple receivers to the left. Chapel back there. He's going to scramble, rolls to the right, and gets the first down.
Another third down. You know, I bet they were 80% on third down conversions probably.
Running backs either side. They give it to Abernathy, running a sweep to the left-hand side, trying to get
That's
outside.
good defense.
Good defense. I thought there was a hole there at that play, too. But, you know, we really set the edge, didn't we? 3 receivers right. Shotgun. Looking to the right. Good pressure up front. Forcing him to scramble. Steps up into the pocket and finds the receiver. And he's able to get down to the 40-yard line for a first down. Don't say anything about conversions again.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from our 40. They're driving here at the end of the first half. Pull it from Abernathy's belly. Quarterback runs a play similar to what we run.
That was a good play by Will Conley there, coming off his block, making the tackle. They get about 6 yards, so it's second and about 4.
We bottle up the running back, we think, but a nice push, and he keeps his legs going. He's got fresh feet, and he gets it down to the 29-yard line where it's 1st and 10.
You know, from the sideline, you know, it's hard to see everything, you know. Sometimes it looks like we had him tackled, and they keep going. And, they're just good, hard runners, and good football team.
Down and out, gets him first down.
This, to me, is the play of the game.
Play of the game. At the 6-yard line, coming up the field. He stole the ball from the receiver. Then he turns on the Jets, and that's Chandler Curtis, and nobody's going to catch him as he gets his 5th interception of the season and his 3rd interception return, his 3rd pick 6 of the year, Coach.
That's one of the better plays you're going to see out of anybody. And, you know, he almost fell down. You know, he stole the ball from the kid and almost fell down, but he showed a burst there that's, you know, that was an incredible burst. And to me, that's the play of the game. It's fixing to beat, you know, 27-14 or 31-14, and instead it's 24-21.
Yeah, 24-21, and now things have really changed with 33 seconds left. And as you said, it was about to be 31-14 because it looked like they were going to score. Nice job up front to cause the quarterback to scramble, and then Chandler just wanted the ball more than number 2 did. He took the ball right out of his hands.
Yes, he did.
I mean, came over his right shoulder. Another great pooch kick down to the 28-yard line. He's got no place to go. We're using the sideline as our 12th defensive player.
33-yard line or 35-yard line, which was what we were looking for.
I'm anxious to see what they're going to do here. Quarterback drops back. We got decent pressure. He scrambles, and then we're going to put a slobber knocker on him by number 5, Austin Bennett.
I was really surprised they came out and threw the ball right there. I would have taken the knee and gone to the house, but or tried to throw the ball.
Well, I would have. If you're going to try to do anything, why don't you hand it off to number 4, because that's a home run.
I'd run the draw again.
You run that Statue of Liberty again. I'm surprised they threw the ball also. Okay, 24-21. We were been down by 17 twice in the first half. We were almost ready to go down by 17 for a 3rd time. Chandler Curtis gets the 94-yard pick 6. Now it's 24-21. What do you talk to the guys about at halftime? Everybody wants to know because there's been some dismal times, and now we're happy.
Yeah, you know, we're excited at halftime here. You know, we're just down 3 points. It could be worse, but could be better too. But you know, with the new video rules, you know, we get in the field house and see what's happening in the first half, what they're lining up, what looks good, you know, is what they're lining up in, and it really helped us. You know, we brought some kids upstairs and showed it to them on the video board, and you know, we didn't make a whole lot of adjustments as far as new stuff.
Okay.
But we just told them we got to keep fighting, and we got to block better and tackle better. You know, it was all about blocking and tackling last night in the second half, and you know, it paid off in the second. I think, like we said earlier, our conditioning helped in the second half, and we held them to 6 points in the second half, and we were able to, you know, I talked to them about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, which is always crucial, and we were able to put a semi-drive together and flip the field position. So, you know, it was one of those games that was going to be a, you know, boxing match, who was going to be left standing, and our kids, you know, obviously stood tall at the end.
Folks, I don't know how many times during the week he told me it's going to come down to the last play of the game, and it came down to the next to last play of the game, if you count our victory play. It came down to GAC's last play of the game, so you were right there. The previous week was an altitude check. This week, in talking to the kids when I was around them at practice and in the hallways, it seemed like Wednesday they were ready to play the game. The kids had a great attitude, so there was no concern there. Did you have to bring them back down to keep them level, or were we too excited, or were we at the right pitch for you?
No, they were really level-headed at halftime. They were all ears listening to what we were talking to them about, and you know, I felt good at halftime. I felt like we were in the game, and I felt like we were going to keep fighting, and you know, I felt like we could win the football game at this point, but we had to play a little better the second half, and we did that.
I felt good at halftime because I was confident in the adjustments that you and the staff would make. The only thing that wasn't feeling good was my voice. It was already starting to go. I mean, it was just, I mean, it was a great atmosphere. All righty, sit back, relax. In the Barca Lounger, you're going to see the pride of the Georgia Northland Band, the best doggone band in the land, the Yellow Jacket Band, 270 plus strong, led by Michael Clark, assisted by Larry Brown, and led on the field by senior drum major Hannah Knight in her second year as a drum major. They will be performing Spirit of the Bull, Let's Groove by Earth, Wind, and Fire. A nice drum solo, followed up by Johnny B. Good, and they'll end it with Your Song by Elton John. It was our night, it was your night, as Yellow Jackets are at halftime and they're getting ready to hang a big victory on GAC. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.
CNA Nursing School of Calhoun, offering you a fast, affordable path to a career in medicine. Find out more about training in phlebotomy. Visit cnanursing.school.com.
Hi, I'm Jack with SouthTel Communications. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Hal Lamb Show. We've always been a sponsor of the Calhoun Athletic Program, and we're very proud of their record and Coach Lamb. SouthTel is busy doing their jobs every day, trying to help people communicate around the United States, here especially in Georgia. We thank everyone for their patronage, and also like to remind everybody to support the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which is one of SouthTel's other community coordinators that they represent.
CNA Nursing School of Calhoun, offering you a fast, affordable path to a career in medicine. Find out how you can become a certified nursing assistant. Visit cnanursing.school.com.
Senate leadership team includes Caroline Stiles, Kendall Chapman, Mina Fan, Alex Juan, Andrew Shalaba, Keegan Musser, Jade Bozeman, and Hannah Goldhauer. The 2013 Marching Spartans.
Presenting the Calhoun High School Marching Yellow Jackets under the field direction of Miss Hannah Knight. Tonight the band will perform Spirit of the Bull, Let's Groove, Johnny B. Good, and Your Song. With solos, Miss Anna Cook, Mr. Brandon Clark, Mr. Omar Ugarte, Thomas Pass, Garrison Baker, and Mr. Bradley Weaver. Ladies and gentlemen, the Calhoun High School Marching Yellow Jackets.
Our band's huge. Isn't that good? That's right.
Have another hand for Calhoun High School Marching Yellow Jackets in a 6-minute halftime show.
Welcome back to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. And Coach, we're down 24-21. We get the second half kickoff, and the most important drive of the game is to come up. And as you said, you had emphasized that the first 4 or 5 minutes of this third quarter is going to be key to this game.
Yeah, obviously we'd like to take the ball down and score and go ahead, but obviously we didn't do that. But we got a couple of first downs, I think. They kick it deep to Titus, and
I'll tell you what, when he made that first turn, when he stiff-armed that kid and got to the corner, I'm thinking, oh, this could be good for us. But they closed quick. We take over 1st and 10 at our 22-yard line. Looked like a longer return than that, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised when we set up. Run the draw.
We run the draw in there. You know, we thought we had a good play call there, and they just
56, pretty good ball play for them.
Yeah, he slanted right into it.
Yeah. Running backs either side. We freeze him at the line of scrimmage. Fields Chapman is about to have the second half of his life here. In the pistol formation, running back behind Fields. Fake to him. Fields looking downfield. Now he's going to scramble, and this is a good decision. Didn't force the ball, and great gain.
Good job there by Fields. We tried to go deep to Titus, and they had it covered up, so it's 3rd down and maybe 6.
From the 27-yard line, you're right. Got some tight ends out there.
Throw it out there to Titus for a 1st down. Good throw, good catch.
Titus ran the route the right distance, made the cut, so when he catches a pass, that was a great timing play. 1st and 10, Jackets from our own 33. And we moved on the left-hand side, so it's going to back us up 5 yards. I couldn't see from the press box who that was. Didn't make any
Left
difference.
tackle, I don't know who it was. I don't know if we had Jack in there or Drew in there.
5-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 15 from our 28. Yeah, Drew got some snaps on the offensive line. Titus running a sweep to the right-hand side, and this is one of those, there's like 3 of those plays where they grabbed him by the jersey and was able to bring him down. As tight-fitting as their jerseys are, you'd think you'd...
Yeah, we thought we had a good play there. And, They got 4 in the box right here, so we run the draw.
Got a diamond cluster up top. Empty backfield.
We got Kalen in the game. He's an automatic check in this set because we feel like he's a little better runner than Fields, but now we got Fields back in the game.
Maybe a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Fields brings the toughness.
Yep.
Kalen with the speed. Go down the middle, and folks, that was a beautiful pass. That was a clothesline he hung to Chandler Curtis.
That's another 3rd and long, so we're feeling good here, running the football here. Get about 2 or 3 yards, and got it, good field position.
This is good field position. We're at their 48, 2nd and 8. We take wide splits again, trying to spread this defense out. Nice little pass right here. We pick up another 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 5, a manageable distance. That was thrown to Logan Walraven, a little hitch on the left.
Well, we got a bad break here. The referee thinks we got 12 people on the field, and we don't.
Yeah.
And he throws a flag, and then they adjust to the formation.
He picked it up, he apologized, and we're going nuts on the sidelines. We're going nuts in the stands. We're just going nuts everywhere.
Now they get their better players over here to the overloaded side, and
we run a sweep to the right-hand side, and they're able to defense it, and we end up losing 5. It's going to bring up 4th down. Yeah.
Just a bad break there.
A tough break. The referee apologized to you. You patted him on the shoulder also later on. Big hang time by Brandon Blaylock all the way down to the 18. Look at the coverage, Coach. Good hang time.
Great coverage by our Pride team.
Brings up 1st down for GAC. Not going to be near as many offensive possessions in the second half for either team. And this kid just weaves his way upfield. I mean, he is slippery, Coach. 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. From the 27. Hand it off to the right-hand side. He's able to squeeze through there. This is the best running back we've seen this year, I think, and I don't want to see a better one.
No, he is a good player. Carrollton's got some good ones, but I think this kid is maybe a little quicker and a little shiftier than the ones from Carrollton.
And he stumbles right here and steps out of bounds. And I'll tell you one thing he does do. When he thinks he's not going to get any more yards, he quits and steps out.
Yes, he does. We noticed that as well.
Yeah. They run a little stop route here on the right-hand side. The quarterback misthrows it. It's incomplete. They're deep in our territory at our 33. Run the option to the right-hand side. Quarterback keeps it. We close pretty nicely. That's a nice defense there. Tristan Fuller on the tackle as well as Tyler Ellis. They're down to our 29. Got motion. Give to the defensive back, running back, and that's a good job from behind by Sampson, Tristan Fuller. They've got the ball at our 32-yard line. It's 4th down here, Coach. I'm sorry. Third down for the 29.
And I don't know.
Boy, that's a charitable spot.
Looking at that, I don't know if that was a good spot or not.
Oh, we thought it was a charitable spot. I'm thinking but they gave him a 1st down.
Another 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, at the 22. Give to the fullback, and we do a good job of shutting him down.
Good play by Austin Bird there.
Yeah, Austin pinched down nice. Out of the eye, sweep to the left-hand side.
Now we're playing it better.
Yeah.
Now we're playing it better. Good job by Thomas Lester.
He just threw him to the
Good
artificial
play by
turf.
Tristan Fuller.
Yes.
3rd down.
That's a great hit by Will Conley.
Yep. Again, we forced them to a field goal, which is very, very crucial in the game. That's for sure.
This was a long drive. Started with 6:28. They took 3.5 minutes off the clock. This is going to be a 35-yard field goal attempt. Good pressure from the outside there by
Chandler.
Chandler.
I kept telling Coach Davis, let's have a chance to win this thing late in the 4th quarter, and I felt like if we could get to the 4th quarter and late in the 4th quarter with a chance to win, that we could pull it off, and that's what we did.
You were right. Down to the 10-yard line, up the middle of the field, to the left. Nice big hole. Down the sideline he goes, and nobody's going to catch him. The kicker's dreaming if he thinks he's going to catch him. And it's a touchdown, a 90-yard kickoff return, the first of the season for Titus. Great blocking, Coach.
Yep, and that put us ahead there, 28-27, and Great blocking by the kickoff return team, and obviously a good run by Titus.
Coach, that when we were in front of the press box, that hole was big. Nice scene. Brandon Blaylock boots out of the hole of Thomas Lester. Brandon's pretty pumped out of the snap of Drew McCracken. And Coach, first time we've led all game, and this feels good. Brother, momentum's on our side.
Yes, it is.
Another good pooch kickoff down to the 28-yard line. They come across the 35. We'll take it, start at the 37, 38. This is going to be a good defensive series right here.
They run the jet sweep to number 2, and I thought they were holding a little bit on the perimeter. And number 2, what I noticed about number 2, he really doesn't like to get hit.
No.
But he's a phenomenal athlete. I want to say he won the 200 meters in the
And the
state.
100.
And the 100, geez.
Yeah.
In the state track meet. That tells you what kind of speed he's got. And there is Bennett. Nice play by Bennett.
Yeah, bring number 4 down. Number 5 says my number's higher than yours. You're going
Third down.
Got a little nervous, Coach.
Yep.
They heard footsteps. They're starting to show a little wear and tear right now.
Good stop by our defense and force them to punt the football.
3 and out. Number 20 puts his right foot into it.
We got a good bounce here. I was worried about that one hitting the turf and bouncing a long way, but
Coach, it's the 12th game of the season. Aren't we due a bounce?
Yep, you're right.
All right, if we line up, I mean, them punts have been rolling by us for all season except that one. Cole Jackson, good hard run.
Yep, we're up 1 point right here, and
So what's your attitude?
if we can go down and score, to put this an 8-point game, it's a totally different football game, and that's what we're looking at. We get a good blocking, stick your foot in the ground, and get north and south, Cole.
There you go. He will. Nice hole by the Dane Clark 5, Truett Moss, and Russell DeFore on the left-hand side. We flip over to the fourth quarter, and we have a 3rd and short and a quarterback sneak. We get it. 1st and 10 Jackets. Fields looking downfield, trying to find a receiver, and that's a pass interference. He had his arm draped all around.
That was a good throw by Fields and good route by Titus, and got a pass interference call there.
I think some of our guys thought it was the NFL and we were going to get the ball down there. Fields had to call him back to the huddle. 15-yard penalty, and we'll take that one. Running back to the right, behind, and you just can't run around these guys. If you're going to run against these guys, you got to go north-south, don't you?
That was they stunted on us there.
Yes, they did. There was just no place to go there.
Throw the screen out here to Carson, and we almost got a really good play here. But it's a positive play. We get about 4 or 5 yards. It's a 3rd down, I believe.
Yes. From their 43-yard line. Run the draw. Up to the middle. Bounce it to the outside. And that's number 4, Abernathy. And it's a good hit he laid on Cole. Cole got up pretty quick.
Yep.
Going to be a punting situation for the Yellow Jackets. And another good hang time. And we got great coverage downfield. We got them pinned down deep in their territory at their 13-yard line, Coach.
Yeah, I was really hoping to go down and score there and kind of put in an 8-point game because I know what kind of offense they got. But we did get them down to the 12-yard line, so the field position's on our side.
2nd down from the 17. Give to the fullback. He tries to go left. He's got no place to go because the front 3 and the linebackers are swarming all over him. Dustin Harris and the black shirt defense. Give him a yard gain. 3rd down from the 18. And similar scenario here. 3rd down conversion. I think if he had 14 completions, I think 11 of them were on 3rd down.
I think you're right. I didn't realize. I knew it was bad the last drive of the game, but pretty much the whole game.
Yeah. And that's number 20. That's a good running back. He's their 2nd-string running back, giving Abernathy a little breather right here.
Good tackle by Andrew Haynes there. And
Ken called us perfect in the booth. He said it was 6 inches short before they ever measured. All righty. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 6 inches. They messed up with the down marker on the side. Big stop here for about a 1.5-yard loss.
yeah, I was hoping they'd messed it up. I was trying my best.
You were trying to talk the referee
I knew
into
it wasn't right, though.
I
I knew it was 3rd down.
Run the
This
option.
was the play we almost had him.
We're looking for that third down stop, and the quarterback squeezes out a first down by about a ball's length, and 1st and 10 from our 44. Yeah, it would have been nice to make him punt there. But we're still in this. We've got a lead. They run a sweep to the left-hand side. Coach, they're slowing down.
Yes, they are.
That play in the first quarter, he bounces, cuts, gives you downfield, and it's a big game. The conditioning, the heart speed of the Yellow Jackets is wearing down the Spartans. Tries to bounce it out there, and we got him covered up, Coach. Short game.
And guess what? 3rd down.
Yep. Sure enough. Motion, and we see this formation the rest of the game. Little hitch route on the right-hand side. Kid goes up and gets it. We had this play covered. We fell down just as we made the cut as the ball was in the air. Doggone it, I'd like to have seen it because we had it covered.
Yeah.
Turf Monsters got us. Yeah, there you go. Look at that stick. There's a slobber knocker. Knock his helmet off. Guess who it is?
Is that Bennett?
And it's Bam Bam. Austin Bennett. Knocking the helmet right off of him. Fake to the running back. Quarterback rolls left. Oh, he heard footsteps. He didn't want his ribs separated.
Yep. 3rd down again.
Yes, sir. Yeah. This is a long drive. Roll to the left. Deep down and out, and the referee says he got his arms under the ball. It was too far away for me to argue.
Yeah, I couldn't tell either. That was they throw the ball well and catch the ball well. That's for sure.
1st and 10 at our 28. Give it to the running back, goes left, cuts back right. This is a good hard run. They get it down inside the 15. It's going to be 1st and 10 at our 14. And they're driving, and right now we want to force them into a field goal situation because right now it looks like they're hungry for 6 plus an extra point. Give it to 20 again. Good job stopping at about the 11. Gain of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 7. I formation. Give to the fullback. No place to go. Dustin Harris, Austin Bird, they're all over him. Michael Stacy, Tyler Ellis. 3rd down from the 10. I formation. And I think they took a timeout.
Yeah, they did.
They're getting, I believe, that's going to be their second time.
Play of the game.
Oh, Austin Bennett knocks away. Coach, that was 6.
Yep, sure it was. Good play by Austin Bennett.
I mean, he was wide open. Thank God the quarterback floated the ball.
Yep.
Gave Austin time to get back. They line up for the field goal. T is at the 17. It's a 27-yard field goal from left to right, and he nails it, and they retake the lead, Coach.
Yep, 30-28, 3 minutes to go. You know, we feel like we're okay. We're going to, you know, we're going to go down the field and score, or at least get a field goal.
I mean, excited and
they
kind of calm.
They helped us with this kick right here. It's a great job by Austin Bennett. That's knowing the football game because we hadn't worked on that. They hadn't showed a pooch kick.
When he dropped back, his head was swiveled. He was looking upfield anticipating an onside kick. We talked about in the booth, would they be brave enough to do an onside kick here and give up field position to try to get some more points? 3 receivers on the right. Fields out of the shotgun. Yeah, another great play by number 5. This is a great wheel route.
Good throw right there by Fields and good catch by Andrew Haynes.
Or whatever you call it.
Yep.
But it's Fields to Andrew. We're down to their 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Fake to the running back. Goes Fields. He's across the 25, down to the 20, and it's another 1st down. And just like that, in 2 plays, we're knocking on a door, Coach. 1st and 10 at the 20. I formation with the receivers on the left. We run. This time we hand the ball off to the running back. They're there to stop it. Loss of 1.
2nd, about 11.
Yes, sir. Gyro in motion to the left. Fake to the running back. Look outside. Good scramble here. This is a key scramble by Fields.
Yes, it is.
That's composure, folks. That's poise.
Get down to the 11-yard line, and we really, really discussed this for a long time and thought it was a good play call. He's wide open. Just throw it to him. I thought it was a good play call to put the game on ice, and
we had the receiver open.
Yeah, he was open.
But Fields saw the guy coming from the right-hand side, so he, you know.
It's tough.
I'll go with this. I'll go with the sack.
Yep.
Let's put it on the foot of Brandon Blaylock, Drew McCracken snap, and Thomas Lester holding. And the kick is good. It's a 33-yarder from the right hash. We lead 31-30 with a $1:37 left. Yeah, hard to criticize somebody right in the heat of the moment.
Yep.
Nice pooch kick to the left-hand side, deep to the 26. He's got no place to go. Smack him, knock him out of bounds at the 32.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fields is thinking, I throw that ball, that guy hits my arm, and the ball's up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
So let's put it on Brandon's foot. Let's get us a lead. Quarterback rolls to the left, deep flag pattern.
Great catch.
Yes, it is.
Good
by
throw,
number.
good catch.
1st and 10 at
They don't have any timeouts left.
None. They just used their last one. Oh, he heard footsteps. He heard Will the Thrill coming. See him limping. They're tired, Coach.
Yep.
Gas is on empty. Your fuel tank's running low, but they got enough to get downfield.
On the draw here, and that's a tough play to defend, especially with a back like him.
Yep. But you know, early in the game, he's farther downfield.
Yes, I agree.
Feet have gotten a little heavy. Quarterback rolls to the right, and he finds another receiver down there. I'll tell you what,
5 shirts around in there.
and he found the
Yeah.
he found the spot. Rolls to the left-hand side. Down and out, just over the outstretched hands of the receiver on the coverage, I think was Andrew Haynes.
Yep.
They're going to roll the same way. They're looking for the shorter guy. Look for the down and out.
Almost a pick there.
Yeah, that's Andrew on the play, wasn't it?
Yep. Another 3rd down.
Yep. From the 24-yard line, we see the same formation, the same roll. They hit a little hitch route deep at the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 8. Now everybody's hearts are in their throats now. It's getting nervous on the sideline.
Good tackle right there by our defense. You know, they don't have any timeouts left, so they're kind of in a tough situation. They got to throw the football. I don't know exactly how much time's here, but they got to throw the football.
Well, they ran to center the ball, and then they deliberately ran at the throw. Now, I was surprised at this play call.
Yeah, I was too.
I thought they did what they wanted to do. They were going to kick the field goal.
Because if we get a sack, the game's over.
Exactly. Down and out in the end zone, a little bit underthrown. You're right. I'm thinking, geez Louise, why are they doing it? So they line up for the field goal. Watch the pressure from the outside by the Yellow Jackets.
Well, we had one timeout left, so
You,
I used it right here when they got down and got ready. You know,
Coaches-
I'd like to do it like the NFL right before the snap, but I didn't want to waste too much time.
you had your hands on your knees, and then you hollered at the referee. They line up again after the timeout. We've frozen the kicker. Folks, we froze him. Look at the pressure from the right-hand side by Curtis.
We get good pressure there.
Wide right.
Yep.
Brandon Blaylock's field goal with 1:37 becomes the winning points of the game. Good defensive stand, another bend, don't break. We do the victory play,
Yep.
and it was sweet.
Yeah, it was definitely a good win. It was a great football game.
Coach, it was a great win.
Yeah, it was one that's going to be remembered for a long time.
As we said in the second half, GAC had 4 possessions. They kicked 2 field goals. They punted once, and they missed a field goal. So what you did was, as you said, your bend, don't break philosophy, making them kick field goals was the key to the game, because any one of those possessions turns into a touchdown and the game's over.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Yeah, outstanding effort by the Yellow Jackets. We're going to hear from our supporters. We're going to come back and wrap this up and talk about next week's matchup, the Elite 8. You're watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.
CNA Nursing School of Calhoun, offering you a fast, affordable path to a career in medicine. Find out more about advanced nursing courses. Visit cnanursing.school.com.
Hi, I'm Jack with SouthTel Communications. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Hal Lamb Show. We've always been a sponsor of the Calhoun Athletic Program, and we're very proud of the record and Coach Lamb. SouthTel is busy doing their jobs every day, trying to help people communicate around the United States, here especially in Georgia. We thank everyone for their patronage, and I also like to remind everybody to support the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which is one of SouthTel's other community coordinators that they represent.
CNA Nursing School of Calhoun, offering you a fast, affordable path to a career in medicine. Find out how you can become a certified nursing assistant. Visit cnanursing.school.com.
Welcome back to the Coach Hal Lamb Show. And Coach, we've picked out 4 plays of the game. And we're going to lead off with a defensive play of the game first, and you can describe it, please.
Well, I think this is the play of the game. You know, it's 24-14 at this point, and what a great play by Chandler Curtis, and just a great, phenomenal individual effort there, and makes the interception and showed a really, really big burst there to get it in the end zone.
He wanted it more than the receiver did, stole it right out of his hands. Our second play of the game is Austin Bennett.
This is Austin Bennett reading a halfback pass and knocks the ball away.
Saved a sure 6 points. And I just realized Abernathy's a left-handed passer.
Yep.
Our third play of the game, Titus Curtis.
Yeah, you know, somebody's going to learn not to kick it to Titus, because there's one thing he can do. He can run, and he went untouched right here.
Yeah, there was a huge hole. The Red Sea parted, and down the sideline he goes, and it's a 90-yard kickoff return, his first kickoff return of the year.
Good blocking on that,
For a touchdown.
that team there.
Oh, great blocking, Coach.
And
Huge.
here's the winning field goal.
No pressure. Brandon Blaylock. Drew McCracken snapping, Thomas Lester holding, and boom, boom. Gets the game-winning field goal. It's just amazing. I had a hard time going to sleep last night, Coach. I was still
I did too. I was still up at 2:30, and so if I've looked tired, I apologize.
I was reading Sports Illustrated at 3:30. It was unbelievable. All righty, you're going to be involved in a coin flip because Benedictine won their game. They thumped on Fitzgerald, I think, like 51-7.
Yep. I don't know a whole lot about Big Benedictine, except everybody tells me they're really good. So, but you know, we're really good too. So
Yes.
we'll line up and play again and see what happens. But you know, we're gonna I'm gonna leave here in just a second and flip the coin at 11:30 and see if we're home or away. And you know, hopefully I got the lucky coin again. But we'll just have to wait and see.
We appreciate the help of Coach Bill Long and his broadcast video production class. Coach, once again, congratulations. I'm still out of breath. 31-30, you beat GAC. Let's go do a coin toss.
Sounds good.
You've been watching the Coach Hal Lamb Show.